Hi guys, today we're going to read a Mayan story. Now Mayans were great, skilled storytellers. They had stories for everything. They had stories for how the world was formed. They had stories for how different animals became friends or enemies. They had stories um, for pretty much everything. They had stories for how the hummingbird got its brilliant colors. All cultures and people have different stories, and they use those as an attempt to explain things. Why things are and how they happen. And Native Americans have many stories that explain events in nature, how animals got their tails, how the stars came into existence. We often have stories about family members that are passed down from one generation to another. Like my grandfather got a fish that was so long he couldn't hold it in his hand. That's a story. Okay, so I'm going to read you how the hummingbird got its colors. And I'm sorry about the names. Chizuman, the hummingbird, was created by a great spirit as a tiny, delicate bird with amazing flying ability. She was the only bird in the kingdom who could fly backwards and who could hover over one spot. Chizuman was plain. Her feathers had no bright colors, and she didn't care. She was happy despite her looks. Whenever it came time to be married, Chizuman realized that she had nothing to wear. She was so sad that some of her friends decided to surprise her with a wedding dress and jewelry. Yeah, the vermilion-crowned flycatcher wore a ring of feathers around his throat. He decided to use it as his gift. He kept a few red feathers for his crown and gave the rest to the hummingbird for her necklace. Uchil, the bluebird, kindly donated several blue feathers for her crown. The colorful Motmot offered turquoise, blue, and emerald green feathers, and the cardinal gave some red ones. The Yum, the oracle, who was a seamstress, sewed up all the plumage into an exquisite wedding gown for the little hummingbird. Ahlim, the spider, crept up the fragile web woven of shiny gossamer threads for her veil. She helped Miss Yum weave intricate designs into the dress. When the wedding day arrived, Chizuman was so surprised, happy, and grateful that she could barely twitter her vows. The Great Spirit so admired her humble, honest soul that he sent word down to his messenger, Kazumu, the swallow, that the hummingbird could wear her wedding gown the rest of her life, and to this day she has. So now the hummingbird wears all those colors all the time. So when you see a hummingbird, they're very, very colorful. And that's just one story, one story of how the hummingbird got its colors. Native Americans, different kinds of Native Americans have different tales of how they got their colors. Why was the hummingbird sad about her wedding clothes, do you think? Maybe because they were plain before the other birds helped? What did the other birds donate? What do you think? That's right. They donated feathers. Was the hummingbird happy? Was she grateful? Do you think she was happy and grateful and just blessed that they helped her? I think she was. I think she was very grateful to the other birds. And I think the Great Spirit, because she was so grateful and so nice about it, I think he blessed her with letting her wear her wedding dress the rest of her life and let her be colorful instead of plain. The end.